Are you noticing perhaps a little bit of a change in your mood from just kind of suddenly you get like low energy, you're feeling a little anxious, a little bit stressed, a little bit down? Well, today I'm going to talk about the role of diet and mental health and some tips for you today. And if you stay until the very end, I have an extra point for you then as well. I was finding even recently that my moods have been shifting quite dramatically throughout the day. And then I started to look and actually pay attention to what I was eating. And I've noticed this so many times, yet when I've become unconscious to it and not really paid attention to the patterns, it can not serve me very well. I notice when I eat certain things that actually certain moods may happen or emotions, and not necessarily the kind of ones I want to experience too regularly. Now, of course, any emotion is completely valid. It is what you are feeling as a man, right? And it's really important to sit with it. Yet I found that diet has a massive impact on me mentally. And often I used to just think, right, diet's got an impact on my physical body, which is very, very true, right? Of course, if you eat a lot of junk food, you're probably not going to be in very good shape. If you eat very well, go to the gym, you're probably going to be in pretty decent shape, right? Yeah, but the same is I've noticed for my mental health. Now, I've also noticed like there's highs and then lows. Like, for example, when I have a large coffee, I can suddenly feel really good. But then I can feel really anxious afterwards. And there's still something I'm working on. I don't have like excessive amount of coffee, maybe 1 to 2 a day, right? But I notice that can have an impact on my mood if I had too much of it. That's why I cut it down. Alcohol, which I'm currently on a big break from because I'm really doing a lot of deep work, can have a big impact on my mood and my state, right? You can suddenly get that high with alcohol. You can feel like really good, really excited about life. And then suddenly you got a real low mood, right? You got that dip. I've also noticed the same with sugar, like having like Pepsi Max or whatever. It can like really boost my mood and then go down. And I really wanted to talk about this because often we don't pay attention to the fact that like not just alcohol but drinks and food can actually impact our mood a lot more than we realize. The thing is, we're all different. We've all got different sensitivities, deficiencies, diets, bodies, right? So I just want to see how it resonates with you, and maybe there's some questions you need to ask yourself about. Maybe there's things that add into your diet or take away from your diet that perhaps could have an impact on your mental health. Because I know for me, when I've been in times when I've had a massive night out and then eaten junk the next day, I can feel really, really depressed, right, for days. So yeah, I just wanted to share this today. And I want to ask you if you're like someone who's constantly feeling bad, and maybe, you know, there's a variety of factors, but maybe it's an opportunity for you to look at your diet and what you're eating, not just from a physical standpoint, like, yeah, it's going to impact our weight, your weight. And again, all different, we're all different people, so only you can answer this for yourself, but maybe it's impacting your mood and your mental health more than you realize. So here is what I wanted to share with you. Make a plan for what you're going to eat, right? A lot of times I've certainly been guilty of just eating randomly on the spot. And I must admit I've been doing that now and then a little bit recently, and I've had to pull myself back. Plan what you're going to eat in advance. Like, not every meal, like some people like to do meal by meal by meal, know exactly. I was talking to one of my mates the other day, and he like got in really bulky, big shape, which he wanted to, which is great. And he knows exactly what he's going to eat every single day. Great, right? That's not for everyone. Yet I find for me, I want to have some kind of idea. Like breakfast, it's going to be like this kind of a bit of fruit, maybe a protein shake. Lunch, snacks, it's usually like snacks like nuts or whatever, and then dinner's going to be like beans, vegetables, tofu, and some healthy kind of carbohydrates. And then we'll have treats at weekend, right? But I've kind of got it planned out in that way. So make a plan for what you're going to eat, right? And then second one, now it takes a bit of work, but is it worth putting in the work so that you feel better and have more energy? I would argue yes, right? Log when you've got changes in mood. Just write it down on your phone and then you can review all your notes every week. That's what I personally do. If like you suddenly maybe and good or bad, right? Maybe you're suddenly like, oh, feeling really low, feeling really exhausted, not feeling so good. Maybe log what you ate recently, because you'll probably know what it was if you instinctively listen to your body. But like, if you suddenly start feeling low, but you realize like an hour ago you ate a half a packet of biscuits, make note of that, because the more conscious you can make it, the more aware of these unconscious patterns you got. So log changes in mood. Also the other way around, if you suddenly feel good and you notice maybe you ate, I remember feeling really good and energetic in one case, obviously not just being feeling good and once in my life, but I remember a particular case when I felt healthy and energetic and woke up, my mood elevated. I ate a fresh lunch pack from Pret a Manger, a very organic, like healthy food place, and I'd eaten all this fresh food and I felt really, really good, right? So again, not something I could necessarily buy every day because it was like £6 or £7 for the crazy expensive, but I just remember feeling, wow, I'm really energized, right, from this. And then the third one is just read regularly. When you're noticing patterns, don't just like note it, start recapping it every day, because then you're like, okay, I felt really down after I ate that. If you keep reminding yourself, what are the chances that you're going to avoid it next time? Probably a lot higher, because you're reminding yourself of the certain things that impact you. Okay, and I've got an extra point to add to you as well, add to this episode as well. Take a food sensitivity test. Now, there's many different ones out there, and it's all different countries, I know. You may be UK, maybe US based, but just explore a good food sensitivity test, because a lot of times I've noticed that I've been sensitive to certain foods, or I'm deficient in certain foods. So taking a test has really allowed me to actually start noticing what I might need in my diet as well. Like, I've noticed, well, when I say food sensitivity, it can be a sensitivity and or deficiency. When I've taken the deficiency, this means I'm not having what I need. I noticed I was low in things like vitamin D, which a lot of people unfortunately are quite low in, and that can affect your mood. And when I started taking more of a vitamin D supplement, which I can almost see right in front of me as I'm recording this, then my mood started improving a lot. So that's what I recommend in terms of that. Again, I'm not a mental health or a health professional. I'm just sharing my journey of diet and mental health. So that's what I got for you today. I appreciate you for being here. You're improving other people in your life by working on yourself as a man. And remember to lead with your heart, not with fear.